Welcome to the studio world of John Wagner Recording Studios, hidden deep in the hills of the Manzano Mountains in Albuquerque, New Mexico. And I'd like to cover some area with some of the songs that I love that maybe people don't hear because they haven't bought your album yet. One of the songs that I really like, and I got to play guitar on it too, so it was Senora. So tell me about Senora, the song, and why it happened, and where were you when you did it? And
well, this is I had to torture Miss America on this one. Well, now she's at the Department of Corrections, but I just got inspired and had to go on a writing sabbatical, quote unquote. Take off to Mexico, and left Becky at the door crying, and so please be careful, don't go. She's so worried about me, and go down there. I mean, I've driven through the Sonoran Desert I don't know how many times. I walked out there in the quiet and the loneliness, and all the little animals talk to you, and it's very inspirational to me. People go, for the life of me, I don't know how you can think that's beautiful.
Well, he fixed up his rig and set up provisions. Started out alone, said he just had to go. Last night he had a dream, he saw the Mexican eagle out in the desert, said it moved him just so. 110 in the shade, just south of Nogales. The man says he wasn't put there to be nice. Still he shares his tequila, his senorita is inviting, but the heat of the desert could make you lose your life. Take a ride through the great hot desert. When she wraps her arms around you, it's a deadly delight. Take a ride through the great hot desert. Sonora is taking your love, all your life.
it just there's a spell and a mood about it that is just so cool and calm.
I had to get that enchanting feeling that I'm trying to talk about now.
Right.
How do you talk about something? How do you sing about something if you can't articulate the words?
I know you moved to Nashville for a while and lived there for quite a while, and then you one day decided to come back to New Mexico. Is there a particular reason you came back to New Mexico?
Family reasons. And my wife's father was passing away, was dying of cancer, and I had to, and she's just homesick. And, I just said, I'll do it. A friend of mine out there who stayed there, Waldo Latowski, who did a lot of recording for us.
Oh, yeah, he did lots of tracks.
Waldo stayed out there, and he says, well, Mose, he goes, you know what, I think I'd rather be a small fish in a big sea than where you're going, and you're going to be a big fish in a small sea. When I play in Santa Fe, it always gets me. I go, boy, here I am in the city different, in the land of enchantment. Now, how far out can you get on that? I'm mystified, but I love it, and so I explore.
determined to flow while all around him drowned. Grinning like a madman when he rolled into town. A thousand of inquisitors, they be acting like clowns. While at the stake, the whole damn circus was burning to the ground. Down at the country club, classic work in the same old three-piece suit, filled with dreams of fine young women and counting all the loot. Taken from the would-be, I wanna be, I just gotta be a star. In the alleys behind the peep shows and the lower Broadway bars. An intoxicating ditty came as platinum as a blue. A dirty old man whistling the same old tune. Played in an elevator and it orderly goes down, but you play it like a blues man in some hillbilly town.
Hillbilly Town is really about the music business, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
about a young man trying to do it, and oh, guess who I'm talking about?
yeah.
You know, I can't quit the music business because music won't quit me. You know, it just bugs me all the time. A lot now you're playing in restaurants, you know. It used to be honky-tonks, you know. I played in the honky-tonk last week, but solo, but and it worked pretty good. But you sit in a restaurant and people hear you better. They listen to the words, but they also, it's dinner conversation.
Yeah.
So everybody's talking,
Yeah,
you know,
that's
and but then the words do get through. Sometimes people look up at me and
Yeah.
they'll come and they'll say, you know, what, do that song again.
Well, right.
And
Yeah,
that's what I'm doing it for.
Learning to walk, oh, it seemed to take forever. Stand up and fall, seems like I'll never learn how to talk if I have no one to talk to. I guess I will always be a baby to the end, like a baby. I trusted you'd return, like a baby. I got all this time to burn, like a baby. Love's a little surprise, all those lonely nights without you, and there's no one to hold on to. I cry like a baby, cry like a baby.
Well, my dad was pretty much a conservative fellow, you know, and he was a very honorable man, you know. I loved my father, and everything was hunky-dory, you know, and he took care of us and everything, you know. But he was very strict. And it's stuff like, and I was the rebel. I was the rebel before I knew I was a rebel, you know. And he took me out to get my first guitar, and he took me, you know, we went and we bought it, and I came back, you know, and then a few years later, when I left home, I just left a note on my mama's pillow, and it says, "I'm leaving. Bye-bye." Yeah, poor mama. I broke her heart, I'm sure. And but my dad says, "I regret ever getting you that guitar." That was one of his statements. Well, then I hooked up with you, and the first album came out, and it was when we were getting it printed up and all, the vinyl, back in the vinyl days, And we had, you sent me a slick, the cover that they paste onto the cardboard for the album covers. And I sent it to Mom and Dad, to say, this is my new album, my first album coming out. Well, my dad was going to work one morning, and Mom goes, "What are you doing with that thing rolled up under your arm?" He goes, "Oh, well, I was thinking about showing the boys at the office." So there he was. He was proud of me, and just stuff like that, really.
What did he think of the song "Left-Handed Man"?
I don't know. I never. That's one thing. I never ask anybody what they think.
Yeah.
Especially don't. This is my advice to you young musicians: never ask anybody what they think, and especially your mother, because she's going to lie in a positive way more than anybody ever will. They'll say, "Oh, it's wonderful, mijito."
I always think it's a pretty good response to what you've done if somebody will actually give you money and buy one.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good response.
Yeah.
That's better than, do you like it or not like it?
My mama always told me that she'd say, "Boy, if you don't straighten up, they're going to put you under the jail." And I always was raised, she said that 100 times to me. And that's worse than just being in jail, right? Well, sure enough, one day I woke up in the morning, and I was 15. I was in a jail cell 15 feet underground. So what do? You write a song about it, right? All right. The names, the places, and the times have been changed to protect the guilty, though I have done my time for everything in this song.
Robbed a bank in Colorado. I rode my horse to death near the Taos County line. I ran down into the canyon, hide among the sage, the juniper and pines. They said I fell into the river, but my body could not be found. And to this day they are wondering, did I make it or did I drown? Yeah, stealing, far as I can tell. The outlaw and the banker meet on the road to hell. Well, Mama always told me, I remember well, it's son, they're gonna put you under the jail.
New Mexico Sound has been a pretty good path for us to get our music out. We've got right now 4,500 followers, and I wanted to give them a little special look at Mose McCormack for the holidays and hope that they will pick up your product by going to newmexicosound.com, ordering some. We can even send it to their friends if they'll give that to us in the order, and they can give one to themselves to enjoy the music.
That's right.
So have a great holiday, and we're going to keep making music.